Hi, Mama. I am Catherine Ferreira. I am 6 months postpartum. And today I wanted to talk to you about postpartum depression. Postpartum depression. It's funny because actually it's supposed to say or be postpartum, but I feel like I had this even before when I found out when I was actually pregnant. I experienced depression. And most of it, I would say, is related to grieving, right? So you're grieving who you were now, this new stage of your life, which is a blessing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's, horrible. I'm just saying that we grieve, we have depression, we have certain things. And it's because this stage of our life is literally changing who we are. It's changing the ways we move, what we're able to do, what we're not able to do. Just like your life is just transforming. And there's a lot of things that you have to let go in this stage of your life, like drinking, maybe eating too much, right? But it's just funny. Pregnancy in itself is just a beautiful thing, of course. But I did experience grieving, and I'm sure maybe you have too. Maybe in this stage when you were actually pregnant, or maybe after when you had your baby. Postpartum depression for me was just knowing that my life won't be the same, but also like wanting to do so much and being a better person, and just obviously the circumstances that you are, that's what it is. So just like assessing and adjusting my current situation of what that looks like, finances, my career, my time that I'm able to be with my baby, and just obviously the expectations. Us women, we have expectations of being able to clean the house, cook, go to work, do all these things. And my bar to, obviously has always been like an overachiever. So like now as a mom is like, yeah, you have to be realistic. You're not going to be able to do all the great things, all the things every day that you used to be able to do when you didn't have a kid. And that's part of the depression part. I feel like we want to be like, oh, I cleaned, the house is clean, I'm a great mom, I cooked, I'm a great wife, I did this, I did that, my career's amazing, I'm doing the things, I'm, showing up in the spaces I want to be, I'm following my passions, I am networking, I am working out, I am eating healthy, right? Like, it's like an overwhelming list of things that we want to achieve every day. And it's not realistic. It's unrealistic to just think that us, yes, we're superwoman and we know we do the most, but it's just like impossible to complete all that in one day. And that, I've obviously come to that realization, but I realized that the depression part is also knowing that you're no longer going to be able to achieve maybe the expectations that you have for yourself, maybe not as fast as you wanted to complete them. Maybe slowly but surely, of course, if you time yourself, do something daily and slowly, you can achieve everything you want to. It's not impossible. A lot of women have, and I admire them for being able to be moms and powerhouses in their careers and their marriage and other areas of their life, because motherhood is amazing and very challenging at the same time, right? It's something that challenges you in so many ways and changes you into the best version of yourself. So I did speak a little bit about the grieving part of losing that person who you were, but I do want to shine some light in the person you're becoming, right? So this is a new stage of your life, something that obviously you're becoming someone beautiful, someone new. You're gonna be somebody's mom. You're gonna be able to pour and love this new human being. It's like so beautiful to just think about that. So I feel like that is the light that we should be thriving for. If you are experiencing some like sadness and grieving around motherhood and postpartum, or if you're pregnant right now, just know that yes, you're losing a version of yourself, but that version no longer serves you. You're walking into this new version of yourself that is a mom, that is a lover, that is a giver of life. And it's just it's like literally rebirthing again, because now you're like literally another version of yourself. Maybe things that you had priorities over before like are no longer a priority to you, because now your priority is your family, your baby. I know my priorities have changed a lot, and it's sad because you obviously there's friends that you no longer hang out with, or you don't no longer see as much, but you are able to like reach out and be like, hey, like let's schedule something the next couple months, like to have a girls night, or let's get together or do a family day, or whatever it is that you want to do. Like you're still able to touch in those things that you love and those people who you love, that are still like not having families, not having babies. You can still have that life to some extent, right? Take a time for yourself, go on a spa day, go skydiving or something, go to iFly if you're not that bold, go on a dinner date with your hubby or whatever, right? Like something that fills you and that kind of reminds you like you're still alive. This is just something that has been added to your life, by God, and it's just supposed to enhance your life, give it another purpose, not to kind of limit it. So that's something that I remind myself, is knowing that yes, I am a mom now, but that doesn't mean that I have to stop living. That doesn't mean that I can't have fun. That doesn't mean that I have to be stuck at home or whatever it is. Like this is just another stage of my life that I'm gonna be able to love, and care for my child at the same time of like grow. So I am thankful that I have my son, and God has given me my marriage, and I hope that you are in a great space. If you are experiencing postpartum depression because you're grieving who you were, or like the things you have lost, or just the things that you don't have that you want to give to your baby, trust me, I've done it. I've even went to that extent of telling my mom trauma that I experienced when I was a child, of being sexually assaulted, which is huge. For me, when I had my baby, even when I was pregnant actually, I was like, I need to do this for my child. I want to heal generations, and overcome this trauma that has been haunting me for so long. And I was like, I can't no more, can't do this no more. I have to do it for him. And I finally did it. I did it. I was like, the new year, I was like, that's it, I'm no longer holding on to this. I wanted to tell my mom, because I've hold resentment towards her for so long, because I'm like, she was supposed to protect me. And I told her, and I had an out of body experience when I was telling her. I felt like I was watching myself do it. I wrote it down because I felt like I wanted to say it and kind of not get lost. Obviously it was very emotional for her and for me, but it was very healing. So if your depression is based on trauma, please, please, please seek help. But most importantly, heal, tell others, forgive others, and just flourish, because this is a beautiful, beautiful stage of our life, and is meant to, give us another chance at living, another chance of loving, another chance of growing into the best version of yourself. So, Mama, you're not alone. In the comments, reach out. I'm here to support in any way I can, and I'm sure there's other mamas out there that can also support you. We're all here to support each other. You're loved, and you're a great mom already. you are a great mom. You don't have to do or change anything. You're a great mom already. So I love you and have a great one. Thank you for watching.